Dinorwic Quarry, also known as Dinorwic Quarry, is a large former slate quarry home to the Welsh National Slate Museum, located in the villages between Llanberis and Dinorwic in North Wales. At its height at the turn of the century, it was the second largest slate quarry in Wales, and thus the world, second only to the Penrhyn Quarry in Bethesda, which at the time was the largest slate quarry in North Wales. Dinorwic Quarry covered 700 acres consisting of two main sections with 20 galleries in each. Extensive internal tramway systems connected the quarries using inclines to transport slate between the galleries. Since its closure in 1969, the quarry has become the site of the National Slate Museum, a regular film attraction and extreme rock climbing destination. So that's what it has to say online about the place. If you want to know more about the place, there is literally tons of information about this place online, and many videos of fascinating history into the insights of the workings, some videos of some of the galleries of the little steam locomotives running up and down. It really is quite interesting. So again, hope you enjoy it. Right, I've got the microphone in now. It's a bit windy up here, so hopefully it's a bit better. Trouble is, this GoPro, when you put the microphone in, you can't see what you're filming, so it's just guessing game. So that's that old motor out of casing. That's pretty cool, that is. So that's the bottom that would have sat on there. You can see that compressor. I'm waiting for the effort of rendering the outside of this. I can see where we are. Astonishing. Just look at the view. Incredible. Okay, more pipe. Compressor pipes everywhere. That's a piece of old transformer. They've actually, looks like they've actually torched that off. Isolators. So yeah, that's another part of the inside. All to get the copper out the inside of them. I didn't want the steel. Well, there we go. This is definitely where they were. So, isolator or transformer. Oh no, that would have been, yeah, that would have been a big switch. The cable come in, they missed that. It's lead, that is. I've left that there. And then it would have gone in here, would have been switch gear in that. I don't know whether this would have been, yeah, the transformers would have been in there because they normally have wheels. And the switch gear in here, some old tar there. Yeah, there's bigger doors, there's transformers would have been in here. So they've, oh, you see the wheels on it there, look. They've wheeled it out and stripped it. So yeah, would have been the wiring for transformers would have gone through there into that room, whatever that room was. Yeah, only one transformer anyway. I'll have a quick look in this other room. Don't know what, there may be a switch room. Some electrical parts. Presume electrical switch gear. Yeah, pretty cool. Got a slate roof, timber with slate on top. Wow. Incredible. As you go up in this quarry, more and more to see. Got the isolators again up there. Hard to tell if it was lines, individual lines coming in, or whether it was underground cabling. Hello. Still cool. That's a big motor.
Did you see the door?
Incline. Pretty cool. I'm standing on top. I don't know why, because this one's still got the wire on it. Went all the way up. Somebody, I reckon, has let the other one down, or it's it's that hasn't come down here on. That's definitely the wire's definitely let go on that one, and it's come trundling down the track at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, yeah, that one's not supposed to be down here. This one's supposed to be up there. But the drum's gone, probably collapsed, I'd imagine. But yeah, this one's got the little things on to guide the railway track. Wow, pretty cool. Oh, very cool. And this is where the track is to come off and go into the sheds. We've got some more buildings here. Just come from that building now, which had those compressors in. It's getting colder up here. I think we're probably going to do a little bit of looking around up here, these sheds, and then there's loads of goats up there. And then I think we're probably going to have to call it a day. Another one of these signing in offices, maybe. And look, the walls are all rendered. Wow. Switchboard. These big pieces of slate. Yeah, I'm not going in there. It's not looking great. Oh yeah, it's an old isolators. Yeah, the transformers and the electrics in that building probably did all their power for this as well down here. Yeah. So there's another office. Let's have another quick look over here. Look at that little building. It's got a little chimney pot and everything on it. Very much the same as the one on the other place. Look. So the workers would have walked through here, and there would have been an officer or someone in here, and this would have been clocked in. So you have to walk all the way up the mountain. I guess there's woodwork still there. All the way up the mountain. Clock in here. So all that walking before you even start work officially. Coming here in and start your day. I know, I just kind of pointed that out, kind of words out. Yeah. Found the toilet. Oh, is that what that is over there? Oh, it's probably still regularly used, yeah.
The rails are still in here, by the way.
Oh, the tracks are still down, they're just buried.
Straight through the middle of the slate shed.
Wow.
That's the loco shed for 2 steam engines. That's the resting place of Alice.
Alright, so Alice was a locomotive that worked on these levels.
Yeah.
So there's the 2 types of track gauge then, one for the smaller little wagons and then...
No, everything in the quarry was the same gauge, except for the...
So before we go into the shed that everyone goes into, we're going to go into the lesser interesting sheds, but still interesting nonetheless, because this is where the steam locomotives that used to work up here used to be based. Oh, the little ash pits. Oh, that's really cool.
It's a part of the chimneys under the brickworks. It's just go up to smoke vents in the roof.
So when they parked the engine there, the chimney would angle up through there so it didn't smoke the room out.
Yeah, and they also had natural drafts for the... That gives you an idea of how... But yeah, this is where Alice was left.
Did they re-gauge them? Because this looks like awfully narrow track, doesn't it?
They pushed the wheels out, I think, about
Yeah.
an quarter. I don't know the precise...
Yeah.
But
Because it is a very...
What they used on now, the standardised of all this was pushed through.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
for the likes of, I think, Charles and George Henry and
Oh, I don't put my foot on a bloody nail. Yeah, look at the side. I mean, those they're pretty sizable bits of steel, aren't they? Oh well. Yeah, so you can see they go through here.
So I'd love to have seen someone take one of these buildings down and rebuild it somewhere for them to still use.
There's not much space to kind of get down and work on the sort of workings of the locomotives here, is there? So they had 2 locomotives parked in here then?
Yeah, they were all the same sort of size, different in frames and years of age and types.
So where does the engine which works in here on this level, so where's this one now then? It's preserved, isn't it?
It's on the Olight Railway.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was the last loco based here.
Yeah.
To use this shed. But obviously there's a pit behind you, is obviously another loco used to use it. You can see this one's had a lot more use. It did extend this shed.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. So this was the original part here.
This part here.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, that bit.
The shed rails are all pitted and chipped, the cast iron's broken.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And obviously they've had a bit of need more locos here.
And then join the track there.
So this is the old shed and that's the new shed.
Well, ain't much left of it now.
Yeah, I'll come in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Almost went sideways. So there you go. This is where the little locomotives that worked up here all those years ago used to live. Chugging up and down these levels. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the bit that everybody goes in. and doesn't necessarily know what it all does. Oh, there you go, the old train tracks are still here, look. Yeah.
For locos, they weren't heavy.
Yeah, so these are just hand-pushed wagons.
They'd bring the slate in and obviously put them on the saw to cut the side. Then on the other side of the shed, there'd be dressing machines which would be
Splitting the slate.
Yeah.
So they went down here as a product, finished product. Yeah, incredible.
The slate would be a slate block, and the trimmers would be here. They'd split them, work in a team, and the guy would be on the rotary dresser. The machine would be in here. Hence why this.
Ah, there, so the individual little booths where they could sit and split.
And the labour's part of the job was they had to carry the slate they dressed out to the back stacking yard.
Which would have been outside here.
Look in here, there was rails this side of the wall. 10 wagons out.
Yeah, you can just about see them there.
There's no door this end.
So this is where they would have just stacked them all. The size of the place, huge shed. Still some slates up there, not many, it's all gone.
I've had a slate before, a tin roof.
So when was all this abandoned? Because I mean, some of it doesn't look too old in some ways, but then maybe it's just because it's just lasted.
The war years, I think this is the 1940s.
Just before the Second World War.
Or could be 20s, steel girders. I can't tell you, because
Yeah, it's all bolted together, isn't
so
it?
many people have passed on this history with them. You just,
Yeah.
every time I come, there's less and less of a roof on it.
Some of it's pretty dangerous there, which I've just literally just disintegrated.
This is the first roof to go
Yeah.
here.
You can see the isolators up there for the electrical wiring. I have a power telephone, but probably power in here with it for lighting.
We've got three-phase came in there and it took the power off in the roof and sent it down the side into the...
Where the motor was. So this is what a lot of people, some people I've watched videos of some people coming here exploring. They got this bit right, that they're saws, they cut the slate blocks, didn't they?
Yeah, but they were belt driven off
the
that
belt
back
driven,
jack.
so there's one table here which remains, you can tell how it was driven.
You can see the belt ran into the
Yeah.
wall here.
So there's a belt that went around this into that pulley, and so that whole room down there was just a shaft.
Dog clutches, because this was continuously spinning these wheels.
Yeah.
And to use the saw, you didn't get these the cutters would start.
Yeah, you can see the marks where it's just been rammed in and eroded the thing off.
You wouldn't be down here, you'd have a lever on the side of the slate saw like that one down there, and you'd pull them.
Yeah.
This one's all disconnected. You
Oh, I see. Yeah, so you're not at the dangerous end.
This is how you'd operate the table. You'd move this to bring the table back and forward to cut the
Wow. Again, the size and weight of these things, they're huge.
Either cast by the foundry here or brought in from another.
Yeah. And what I think is crazy is the blades are still in it. I mean, they're absolutely knackered, but
Gearboxes was here.
probably easy
There's
getting
three
that
of
from the
them.
other side.
3 big motors drove the whole length of that track. And all this.
I can imagine.
6 saws in here, remember? Right?
6, yeah. I imagine it probably needs a fair bit of horsepower in those motors to drive all these, especially if they had them all going at once. Would they have been? I mean, they've got extraction there. Would they all have been water cooled or just not water cooled and just it's just dry saw?
Dry saw with extraction.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, these little pipes, these tin pipes. Look at that.
You can, yeah, just be careful. So you've got the extraction pipe on the floor.
Yeah, all tin.
The
Yeah.
external fans obviously mounting the roof. I
Yeah.
don't think there's just one. I think there's 2 installed.
Yeah.
To get the silicosis touched out. Obviously, you can get them any minor.
Yeah. You read that a lot, don't you? It's terrible. Terrible.
There's a lot of glass in the roof as well. There's roof lights in here. To give them some
Yeah, would have electrical lighting, I imagine, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. You can still see some of the little slate.
There's a name for it where they would have worked.
So they just used to sit in them, didn't they?
Yeah.
Splitting the slates.
So obviously they're working like a bluish slate here.
Yeah.
Red's obviously off the roof.
Yeah.
Obviously would have come from wherever. So
Go
seconds
mind your feet on these bits of wood. There's
Still there.
nails sticking out everywhere.
Still there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at this thing here. There's me saying that, and he just went on that bit then. Big axial fan. I think I'm going to get right underneath it. Oh, yeah, it's still there. Now I'm going to move out of the way. Yeah. Protecting it, yeah. Yeah, sucking it all out. Pretty cool, isn't it? A lot of this machinery's still here. Yeah, these are different. These look a bit newer, don't they? Would have been a horrible, noisy place to work. So I'll have a look in here. We've got a bit of electrical action going on here. Oh, there we go. So there you can see the shaft way. All this spinning away. I'm guessing this was just put here and people coming through here so they didn't catch themselves in that thing there spinning. So yeah, this would have been, oh there you go, there's a worm gear there. This would have been a motor sitting on there. There's probably bits of it here somewhere like everywhere else, I just smashed them up. And yeah, a gear in there. Oh, well, there it is. I used to sit in here. I used to spin these shafts, driving all these machines. Some switch gear there, look. It's pretty cool, still there. Oh. Tidy. Look at these frames. It's an amazing condition. It's like still painted. Not even rotten at the bottom. Incredible. Oh, so Adam's found some of the four-legged natives. Brilliant. Looking back at that slate dressing shed. So the train track's still here. There's a little place here. Right, there's a motor. Copper thieves have been bringing things into here so they can strip them out. So we'll look down here. This is on the other side of the shed. Looking down. That's where the locomotive shed was there. This is all the back of it. Wow. And what Matilda's found there. Right, okay, so there's some goats up here having a fight. What's that? There's a lot of goats here. There's an awful lot of goats here. Oh, I think it's the train tracks. These are heavier duty train tracks, so the little steam engines could run up and down on heavier tracks. Wow, that one's that's all gone, isn't it? What's up? Good God, look at the you don't go near him, do you? He means business, doesn't he? Look at the size of those horns. This incline looked like it's seen a bit of use, didn't it? Oh nice, yeah, I'm just recklessly going on it. I'm not going to get too close to that fella. But it's a little den. Definitely not going under there, which is a shame. We'd like to get a bit close to that winding drum, but I ain't go near him. It's I think that's the way we're going home. I'm just standing on that. The death bridge. Yeah. It's just stand on the tracks. Adam's filming the rutting goats. Whoa. Kicking off.
Never could go there.
Bloody hell.
Wait till he clacked their horns.
Have you seen that one in there?
Yes, the hard engine. Whoa. Yeah.
All right, mate. Yeah, the natives.
Wow, they're really going for it now, look. Get out, well.
Good God. They're not messing around, are they? Oh, bloody hell. So I just had to stop and film a bit of this. That's where we just come from with that little goat, that big goat with giant horns that's hanging out in there. But look at this wall. That's where that big cutting shed is up there, running along. Look at that. Hard going coming down this old incline. Again, the track's still here, look. it's not nice coming down here. Interesting to use this old flat plate rail. Adam was telling me this is how they got these little steam engines up and down for maintenance from levels to the workshops on the very lowest levels. See where it's held in there, wooden sleepers underneath. So they found a wire here now. You can still hear this with the wind. I've got these lapel mics with a dead cat on it, so I should be alright. I will get a stabiliser one day. It's going to be a bit jerky. You can see the track construction a bit better here, look. With this bar rail. There. Still here. Not many places in North Wales, if you explore quarries and stuff, you see this anymore. It's all gone. It's interesting left it here. Oh, look at that there. I've got a feeling there's something about to let go under here, so I'm going to get across here quite quickly. Could be another one of the tunnels, I guess, like we saw earlier on. And it's let go. Oh no, well, it's just yeah, there you go. They've let go here. Look, it's just fallen in. This bit here, and the tracks is just left flying mid-air. Oh. Yeah, interesting construction, just flat bar. Yeah, but yeah, that little steam locomotives. To get them from that level up there, put them on the wire, tow them down this. But bear in mind with them little steam locomotives, they're heavy. How heavy were one of them little industrial locomotives then? What were these things here? What's this? Is this like a re-railer or something? Oh, so if they come off the tracks. So they're pulling one of them down. I bet they had to have a few wagons on the other side to balance it out.
Exit points here for
onto another level.
on the other side here, James, you can see the rail still.
Oh, where it merged. Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
The incline wagon's going up and down. Looks like there's more wear up that side than that.
Wow. So it would have pulled the wagon up here, and then the rope would have just pulled off to one side, which is probably why the tracks have just come apart there. But what he's saying is these tracks here, another track just goes off the side there, so it'd be pulling the wagon up, and it kind of like go on a switch and just go off on there, and then it'll probably detach the wagons. But every time they do this, they had to have a load the other way. So if we're pulling empty wagons up, there had to be heavy wagons coming down to allow the empty ones to go up. So these weren't powered, these inclines, they were gravity. That's why there's two tracks. So the empty wagons went up, heavy wagons come down. You alright? Yeah, it's not fun coming down here, is it? No. It's not nice, is it? Oh, there we go, there's another switch track. Yeah, and again the wire. So look here, we've just got to the bottom of this incline. There we go. That's where we just walked all the way down there. As hard going that was, to be fair. Another switch there. So the tracks onto another level, and then I'm guessing that would have been the next one after this one. You see the train tracks, look under here still. Going into there. What was in there? The train lines went in there. Wonder what this was. Is this another shed? Yeah, well, a little shed level for a train. What's that? Oh, this would have been a weighbridge for trains, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, there you go, look. The mechanism, someone's tried to nick it, obviously pulled it out and put it in the wrong way around. It should be that way. Weighbridge for a train. Narrow gauge train. Let's have a look. Now a goat den. There's a casting, look for the would have been a scale there. Fireplace, they've all got fires, these places, I noticed. Yeah, another incline there. Yeah, we're on our way down now. Been a long day. Been up here for many hours. All this to the old, probably would have been small cottages maybe another dressing shed, who knows. Well, ask Adam, he'll know. There can't be many people who know as much as my brother about these things. Oh, this is interesting. This track's what the brother was saying earlier on. Steel sleepers. So it often comes under there. So the track's coming along here. There's one of the waste wagons sitting upright. This would have been where they got rid of the waste slate, dumped it over the edge.
At the end, can't you? This obviously has been tipped on for a long time here. But the one above it's treasure.
I'm right in thinking this would have been where they tipped the waste, wouldn't it? This track, and then it would have just been tipped off the end. That looks like it's almost been deliberately made like that. Oh, I see. Ah, right, okay. So that old-fashioned bar rail stuff would have just made it up to that.
The level where someone's just still there.
We've been up there, I remember it. It was 20 years ago. It was a long time ago, but I remember it. Yeah.
And the level in the quarry where no one knows about. It's like literally a very dangerous place. That was 2007.
Oh, this track's broken there, and
turn out here and they've pinched it somewhere else. This is like a reworking level. This wouldn't have been like this.
yeah.
Come on, Matilda.
She's getting hungry again, I think. Do we stop for another brew?
Keep going.
Well, we probably need to get down now, really, because it's starting to get dark. Sun setting, yeah. Oh, look, fungus. Feeling hungry?
No.
I think the goats have had a go at it, though. The goats have had a go at it all, yeah. It's weird, isn't it? There's more goats up here than there are sheep. I honestly thought there'd be more sheep, but you can't see them. But all the little white dots up there, goats. Not sheeps, goats. No sheeps up here. Oh wow, now that's cool. That is a fireplace surround. That's very cool. I don't know whether that's from under this drum house or maybe in one of these places. That's really cool. Victorian fire surround. And there we are, another winding house. How cool is that? Again, this one looks like it's... wow, look at all this grease here. That's seen. It's caked in it. Wow, look at all this oil. It feels so bad going under this one. Yeah, this drum's... the weather's got to it, hasn't it? But again, the mechanism. This one has a giant handle on it. And it's still got a bit of plastic on it. Whoa. Look at that. Adam's going to demonstrate it. Yeah. I know, yeah, but look at that, it still works. Bit crunchy.
Probably would have held itself about there.
Yeah.
There'd be a peg in this cast iron post to lock it off, and obviously lock it off. Which...
You wouldn't want this thing running away with you, would you? Imagine if that band had gave way, it would have just gone out, would have been it, wouldn't it? So.
You'd have just walked around this corner and gone over there.
And hope for the best. So yeah. So this has got the re-railers on it in case the little trucks come off. And then this is as far as the tracks go on this one, and we're done. Oh wow. Yeah, on its axis. That would have been done probably in a foundry, wouldn't it? Maybe down the bottom, perhaps.
Someone had made a template of the angle of this.
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
That's quite a... It's in the middle of the length of that bar rail.
Mate, there's so much of this stuff. There's tons of it up here. I mean, it's crazy. In the day when he shut the place down, they didn't get it all down because the price of steel at the moment. I bet there's thousands of pounds worth of steel up here still, but it's just the cost of getting it out, isn't it? I mean, all this is gone. All this section's gone, isn't it? They probably got all this fairly easy, so. Yeah. Stuff easy to get out, like that incline we just walked up. It was easy. What's that? Oh, right, okay. So that steel circle there is a little turntable, so they push the... push the little wagons on it and use it, pivot in the ground to switch a different track or spin the wagon round. Oh yeah. This would have been one of the original inclines, this I suppose, was it? With the old flat bar. Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're actually off the tram that ran down the lake, on the railway, the 4th Gauge Railway.
Wow.
How big they are.
Yeah.
They're not from the quarry.
Wow. And we're underneath it, so we're not going to stay on there too long. Although it looks like they've still got a couple of years left in them. Fantasy bet days. Yeah. Yeah. Again, maybe in the power station when that was all commissioned, all this stuff must have gone in. Yeah. It's weird because there's some wooden sleepers, and then there's also slate ones. A lot of slate ones. Just mind yourself on this shale stuff, you know. Yeah. Wow. That's quite interesting. These little old wagons are all just dumped down in this ravine. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, they never have the wheels on them, do they? Apart from those two we saw at the top. Always missing the wheels. Oh, another level here that's just been this old. This would have been an old mill, presumably, or cottages. Another winding house, but like I say, it's all gone. It's more accessible, all this, so they took it all. It's quite interesting. This here, all these old plimps. This was a big steel cutting shed apparently, where they dressed the slate. Without doubt that probably would have been a shaft driving all the machines like we saw in that other place. So anyway, we're a bit shy on time to see a lot of this, unfortunately. Some sort of pit with a... Oh, there's a tunnel. Little tunnel. Oh, we should go. So we found the last of the inclines. This one's missing big drums. The wires are still here. And then this one would have gone down here, look. All the infrastructure gone on here, look, no tracks. All the steel work gone. All accessed by road this, so scrap men have taken a lot. Would have a big handle, like what we saw in that one at the top, big drum hanging here. Yeah, all gone. Wire's still here though. And you can see that other incline there, and that's where we saw the last drum. And then again, that's where that dressing shed was at the top. And this was a more modern dressing shed here. You can see that apparently it's a steel fabricated shed. Like I say, there's pylons there for machinery. We've just come from. Just as we're going home, the sun comes out. That's a concrete pad there, look. Workshop on there. Just as we go home, the sun comes out. How about that? I wonder if this road's always been here, where it's relatively new. Who knows? So we just come down this incline. We've walked up this road. Just looking at that little, obviously a little railway track probably went along here. That little archway, look at that. Another one at the bottom there. Incredible. It's just, it absolutely blows my mind that, yeah, this was all chucked here by, this is all scrap, but like all of this, all of it, all built by hand, everything, even that, all these stacked slates, and there's just, it's just mind-blowing how much of it there is here. Yeah, so this railway sleepers probably would have gone around there through that little archway to those dressing sheds. It's pretty cool. Beware of falling rocks. Cool. Look at this. Oh yeah, yeah. Look at the size of this. Wow, what's that? Is that oh, it's a climbing rope. Climbing rope over there, look. See it? Yeah. Climbers. I mean, this sort of, if you're into climbing, this is ideal territory, isn't it?
You can see the railway line used to be in the mid-air and it snapped and fell away and landed down here, the track.
Where we're looking? Oh yes, yeah, yeah. It's like a ladder, yeah, yeah. Wow.
People used to go across it, madheads.
Yeah.
So did me, 2006. You got away and fell out. It wasn't heavy as I am now.
Danger. Yeah. A little random building. I mean, this place has what, almost 200 years of history, so I mean, all this. See the little tunnel here. I don't know where I just filmed all this. I think the battery went. Wasn't paying attention. A little railway line must have come up here for that cool little tunnel, which we won't go into because it looks like a big piece of rock's falling down. Up there somewhere. Tidy. Yeah, Adam was telling me this road was put in probably by the power country when they were doing power country. The power company when they were doing stuff to the mountain. There are some tunnels, I think lower down, which go to some of these big open cast pit areas, which have dead ends. You can't get in there just to go into the inner workings of the quarry. Oh, there's the goats. Yeah, they don't care, do they? Is that them goats making those weird noises? They're going, "Roo! Roo!" They're hanging out in some weird places, aren't they? Yeah. 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 Wow, you can hear the power station from here, can't you? Is that the expansion for the water from the top?
No, that's up there. I don't know what this one is. I think it's one of the vents.
Oh, just for the actual power station.
Yeah, you just would have had a winding house there. This was obviously a big open pit. It tipped in it when they bored the shaft. It just tipped all here.
Right, okay. They just filled it up.
Come on, Teddy. Go there.
Wow. Listen to that. Here we see them up there, look. Just look at that. There's one there about to just commit suicide. He's like his mates are down on that little tip there, kicking off. And there's one just up there, look. Yeah, buzzard at the top there. It's going up, yeah. They'll figure it out. I mean, you wouldn't have thought those things could get to where they get to, those goats, but they are really nimble on their feet, aren't they?
See the tube for the stove.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. You just missed that. It just literally jumped off. There you go. He's happy now.
psychotic.
They literally have no fear, do they? Yeah. You probably can't pick it up on the microphone, but there's obviously a vent down to the power station, but you can hear the machinery from here. You can really hear it. It's like it's reverberating in this entire area. So it's we cover on it, probably access down for maintenance and whatnot. They obviously used dressed slate to build that, but it doesn't look anywhere near as pretty as some of the buildings we've just seen at the top. It really doesn't. But very cool. You can really hear the machinery here though, so loud. Wow. Very cool. Yep, so that's part of the underground power station. Don't know what that bit of random scaffolding there is. It maybe a survey point. Yeah, some big vent fans there, aren't you? You can hear them going. I was just saying, it's nowhere near as pretty as some of the slate work up the top, is it? Yeah. Nah. Maybe it would have been something to say they had to build it in the same style as a lot of what else is up here, wouldn't they? To keep it, make it keeping. One of them little gravity inclines up there. You can see that would have come down to where we are now, look. Oh, there you go, see? That's all being well taken out. There's two big trucks. There's only one there. Going to come down to where we are now, no doubt. Long gone. Look at that incline there, look. Well and truly gone, that one, isn't it? So, stopped off at this area which used to be a dressing station. Slate dressing?
Yeah, you'd have a rotary drum here where they
Just spin round.
with an angled blade which would contact this, it'll hit it there and then
Sort of come down,
like
and then they used to put the slates in here, the angled slates, and then as the blades spun round, they'd dress the slate. Used to spin round. There's obviously guards all over it, so you can stick your hands in there.
yeah,
So that's it.
that's the broken side. So it'll be that side. You put up against the marker.
Yeah,
And it can obviously just
that's it. Ching, 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 like that.
do all the
Yeah,
corners to
yeah.
the notch sizes on here for the size of the roofing slate.
Weird how this is kind of like still here.
Doesn't make sense, I think.
It's just someone decided to concrete it in. The rest of them were probably just bolted down.
I think they're in.
That's probably why that's still here though, isn't it? No one can be bothered scrapping it because it's someone encased it in concrete. Yeah.
I bet some left over from a job and left it there. I've obviously moved it.
Yeah. Again, this is another level. We came up there earlier on and went up that way.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that way. Fox's path.
Bolted and gas axed off.
Oh, it's a part of the shed. There was a really big shed here then.
Prefab shed.
Oh yeah, there you go. There's another one there. So a big steel shed would have been here.
I like conventional slate ones with timber roof. It's all steel.
Oh, there we go. Another one there. What was that?
Get it out. That's on the old cutting blades, the bolt holes.
Oh, okay. This would have been the slate sides. Would have been someone maybe sitting here, dressing the slate perhaps. Wow.
Standing.
Well, there's one of the shed foundations there, look. Big lump of concrete. Yeah, it's just scrapped a whole lot. As he said, there's a road here, isn't there? So it was easy to get it out.
Oh look, here's a loose steel piece of plate. Look. They used to guide the cables, get the wagons off the incline.
Oh, that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there's one with a bent top, look. So if you have a look at it, you can see how they use flat bar and blade rail. Look.
Wow.
Obviously let the cables slide up and pull the wagons off the edges.
So this is another incline, a railway incline. This has still got the tracks on it? No. Yeah. That's where we're going to go. The girls are already down there.
So you'd counteract the loaded wagon, just hit the bottom, you could pull one off on here, or load them and send them down.
But that was just to
Stop the
deflect the cable. So as the cable was obviously coming from there, it would be attached to a wagon coming up here, but instead of the wagon carrying on up the incline, there would have been a switch track here which would have come out that way. And what would have happened is they would have flicked the switch so the wagon went that way, but as it's going up, obviously the cable wants to go that way. So the purpose of this bit of metal was, so the rope obviously went that way with the wagon, they'd unhook it, but then obviously need to rub against something. So that's why that bit of metal tracks there and the angle, so it rubbed against it rather than getting all stuck in the slate. Very cool. That's what that's there for. It's not just a bit of track off there. It would have been attached to this. You can see where it rested on the side that it's come loose. Obviously because it's bent there, so the wire would have gone up. Very cool. Alright, let's get down here. Oh, are we recording? Yes, we are. Here we go. The railway tracks. We were just there talking about that bit of metal, and then the tracks start here. Interesting, because up there they got road vehicles too, so obviously they could easily get the scrap out. It's all scrap now, isn't it? But it's still interesting. It's still here. There would have been probably another 2 there. But you can see it really good here. The little chairs holding it in. I just find this so fascinating. It's all still here. Can't see it on the other side. Oh yes, there you go. There are the lines the other side. It's, yeah, all still here. Been here for God knows how long. Just forgotten about. But again, so cool it's still here. Haven't seen the wire. I'm assuming the wire is maybe that side. Every other incline we've been walking on today, you've seen the cable still on it. Haven't seen it yet. It's, sorry if it's really shaky. It's something I really need to get as a gimbal, but I just don't do this kind of thing often enough. You're nowhere near a professional compared to some people. But I thought it'd be really cool seeing it from my brother's perspective, who knows a lot more about this than me. That's where we just come from. The track's still there. Got this obsession with these tracks. Oh, this is where they stop. And there's a little rubbish wagon. And some old telegraph pole isolators maybe, and a tube. This would have been where the wagons come down, uncoupled. Someone used to hang out in there. Always a toilet, who knows. Oh, the railway tracks start up again. I think this is where we got off earlier on. We went that way when we got here. That's where that compressor house is. There's a bloke. There's a bloke running down there. Oh, God. This is just one track. So some switch tracks which would have taken little trucks off that way. Pretty worn. I just generally love this track still here. I think it's so cool. Adam's trying to rebuild the place, look. Some old cottages there. I'm going to get overtaken by this fella having a run in a minute. This one's cool. Still got the roof on it, look. It's interesting, it's just one track that comes from that incline. I'm guessing there was no point in putting 2 in. Wow, look at that, you can see how it was all done. Adam and Charlie doing the right thing and having a tidy up. We're going to oh, I'm over. Have a little explore here. Well, there we go. Someone's tried to paint them up for some reason. Well, yeah, that's probably come off the roof, hasn't it? You can see the train tracks here where they'd split the lines out. That's that fellow walking down there. One track come here. Then they'd move the little wagons. You can see the marks there where it's worn over the many years of pushing them little carts under here. Then they could choose which tracks they go. So we'd have had the empties coming up one side and the full ones going down the other. And that's that other incline. Very cool. And the cables are still here, look. This one goes, I think this one goes straight down to where the Dinorwic museum is and where they got the railway. Oh, that fella's not wasting any time. How cool is this? This one's really quite complete, isn't it? Yeah.
The roof's going on.
Yeah, such a shame. It's a shame I can't, you know, preserve. So many people come up here and see this, don't they? And there's a path right there. You can actually go up the path and you can see it. Such a shame. Nick the brake handle. But this has still got the asbestos band on the inside. I'm not putting my finger in there, but yeah, there you go. Still there, look. But look at all this grease and tar. There's like
oil.
Like it created like a little mountain there. All from the bearings. Which says this has done a lot of mileage on that side there. Look at that. All this. The old oil that's just dripped off the bearings. Which it looks like someone's actually had off on this one. Yeah, someone's had them off there still, hasn't it? Yeah, where are they? Oh, there you go, yeah. Someone was that desperate to get their £6 worth of bronze out of them that they decided to go for it. Dickheads. There will always be dickheads, unfortunately. Would this have had doors on it, do you think? Or is that literally just the support for it? They wouldn't have had doors on this, would they?
That's just support for
yeah.
Might have been a gate like the other one, but...
It's cool because a lot of the others you can't see a lot of this. The grass is just taken over, isn't it? It's still impressive, isn't it? The oil build-up. That's a lot of years of oiling these things, isn't it? And I'm guessing they would have had to climb up there to lubricate them.
I guess it wouldn't be proper oil, it'd be like tallow or something.
Something really cheap and...
Yeah, pig's fat.
Nice, pig's fat.
From abattoirs, you know.
Yeah. So I'd take a photograph of this. This is pretty cool. An incline. I know, yeah. Yeah, there's goats down here just before, just going across the tracks. That fella was running down here. When I'm struggling, just trying to keep the camera still coming down here. I would love to see if I can find some footage of this thing. I bet there probably isn't any. They're hurtling these little trucks, hurtling down these tracks. Down there. I bet they went at some speed. Whoa, look at these things here. Look at these fellas here. Look at the size of them fellas. Yeah. Look at the size of the... He's having a poo. There we are. There we go, he's finished having a poo. They got their backs to us, that's how much they think of us. Get him there. Go on, you're alright. They're more afraid of us than they are. There you go. Look at them fellas, look at the size of the horns on him.
Ooh, no.
Wow. The native inhabitants of this area. Not much sheep's up here, you get goats instead. This is their place. Precipitation. Oh, this is one of the other Urbex popular locations. The little village. Don't mind them fellas, they live here. Oh, there's a load of them, look. The size of that cat chap there. Yeah, this is that, there's all them little houses, look, where the miners used to, whether they stay the week or stay a couple of days and then they go back down to the town. But they are small. Going into one here, look. 2 rooms, tree growing out the fireplace. And then presumably this would have been a bedroom. And this is it. This is it. That one had Dave in it. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go 12, 24. 24 little places. And that is what you lived in. Look at all these little houses. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, everyone films this, but you can't help not film it. It is pretty cool. It's like a little abandoned village on the on the top of a mountain.
Plastered the inside of it.
So what did you say, this was the last one in use, this one, was it? Look at that. So this one was the last one to be inhabited. I guess it is slightly bigger than the rest, this bit's bigger. Dickheads have graffitied it, there we are. I'm still convinced this is probably the bedroom. It's very cool though. A lot of people take photographs of it, but why would you not want to take photographs of it? Because it is pretty amazing. Goats. Yeah, apparently this was the last one. Have I repeated myself? I can't remember. But, oh, see around the back of them. I wonder what's around here. And they didn't have a back door to each house, so it's just goats everywhere. Look at them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's loads of them. They're just minding their own business. And then we're probably on the little the miners' trail from the town, I guess, or from the works down at the very bottom, which you can go and visit. Oh, it looks like a trail here. Look. Oh, cool. So we're back to where I first started filming earlier on. This is the first bit I filmed, that little incline. So this is where most people go, that's that little bridge. Just up here and around the corner is that little village, so you can go and see. Now we walked that way to the bottom of that incline to go and see that first compressor house. But
tramway before they went down this way. Used to run that way.
Oh, so there's another way the tracks used to go before they built this. That would have been a long time. Look at this cool little bridge. Look at that. That's that first one. Again, when I remember when me and Adam came in when we were much younger, these were all intact. Such a shame, but nobody cares about it all now. So this is the old footpath up and down from the actual mine. This is where we came up. And you can see there the workshops, the original workshops there, which you can still go in. You can do tours around there. And it's the home for the little locomotives which now go along the old track around the side of the lake all the way up there, which used to be the main track to get a lot of the slate out a long time ago. But yeah, you can have a look around there. I might do that one day. Thought this was pretty cool. Shaky camera, but this is how they would have got up and down here every day. That little bridge we just were on a minute ago, a little metal bridge. This is the path up to it from the quarry, so we're still a ways to go. But basically this thing zigzags up and down the hill. Yeah, we came up this way when we came up. You're not supposed to go that way, but we came that way, just for a change. So we're still on the little path, which is the diversion from the old path here. This was made, my brother seems to think, because the wall on where we went up on the bait, you're not supposed to go up on, a bit of wall is collapsed. So there's the old one there. So we got off drift up there, and we went up this way before, so we're going to join it up down there. But you know, they could have just shorn up the wall, because it is bowing out a bit, shorn it up with some steel piles, driven them in. But I'm telling me that was cheaper than making all these custom made stairs, which are quite precarious to get up and down, versus just straighten up a wall on a path, which is quite nice on a gradient. And look at this, this is even worse. This is absolutely horrendous compared to the original path, which is over there, which we went up that way and it was perfectly passable. It's probably 200 years old, maybe older, and it ain't moved and it's still there in one piece. Bizarre, absolutely bizarre. So back on the original track now, That's where we've just come down, but we went that way. You're not supposed to go this way, but we went that way. And you can see it just goes up there. And it's just bowed out a bit there, but you can still get past. It's, you know, I guess all that, if anyone, you know, if it moves, I suppose, but this is worse. This is much worse. Yeah, this is the way they went to work every day. Yeah, much easier, isn't it? That new bypass route is terrible. I was just saying, I think you could have, the cost of just shoring up that bit of wall versus making them custom made steps and everything. No. No. Just like that, our day's exploration has come to an end. This is the power station. Oh yeah, you can see it's filled up quite a lot, hasn't it? It's filled up quite a lot. Something power station related, but that's where we went, up there and up there somewhere. Something power station related, probably. Not sure. The cables, it's just all the power from this all goes underground. They don't have any overhead pylons. Maybe you see aerial photographs of this place. It's all underground. This is quite interesting. So the water, he says, is coming back up. But you can see these big sluice gates, huge big sluice gates. Oh, it's windy. Look at the size of these things. Slate quarry or something, eh? Right, I think from me and from everyone else, 10 out of 10. We'll be back again, I think. We didn't even scratch the surface of what to see up there, but I think we went to go and see a lot of the best bits. And I'm chuffed about that. It's been 20 years, I saw a lot today which I don't remember, which I blatantly probably did see, so. Right, from me and the dodgy microphone, which I hope worked, we'll go. Do another one soon.